Looks like we're doing a OC video today, guys. Cue the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Wolf with a Pencil, but as you know, you can call me Wolf for short. And today, earlier today, I was texting one of my friends and we was talking about the stories we are writing, because we do that to fill up the time that we have, and we've been doing this for like a good few years now. We have separate stories, by the way, but I was looking back at some of my old artwork from when I first created these OCs for my story I'm writing. Alex, Alicia and Kendrick were the first three that I had made. I have now 8 main characters for my story, but these were the first 3. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to redraw these, because I have redrawn Kendrick and I've redrawn Alicia like several times. And I've redrawn Alex a few times, but not as much as these 2. So I thought, why not? Let me do that. So let's get into this. Hey guys, Wolf here. And can I just say, before we get into this video, how do you like the new intro that I literally made yesterday? And you know, I'm just side note, like I'm just really happy about it, because I've always wanted to have an intro for my videos. And you know, I've always seen like creative intros for people with art channels and animation channels and things like that, and I always wanted to do one myself, but I'm not that good with technical things and editing and stuff. So I was quite proud of myself when I managed to do this for my own channel and actually make it look good, because you know, I want the introduction to my videos to be interesting and intriguing, especially if someone new has popped up on my channel or has popped up on one of my videos. I want the beginning of it to intrigue them and want them to watch more to see what I'm about to do. I don't always want it to be so boring and calm. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. I might change it here and there, depending on how I'm feeling, but for right now I'm quite happy with it. So that's what you'll be seeing at the beginning of my videos from now on, hopefully. But moving on, so like I had said before, I wanted to redraw my OCs for the story that I'm writing, which is based off 8 characters. The one that we will focus on mainly throughout is Alex, which is the one in the blue shirt. He is the first original character I created for this story. And you know, I have been holding back a lot on talking about my OCs, apart from the Meet My OCs video, just because I've developed a lot of things. I haven't written a lot yet, but I've developed a lot of ideas and things, and you know, my story is like my baby. I may never ever publish it, but it's something that I hold very close to me, because it's something where, you know, I don't want no one stealing my story. I'm not saying that it's good enough to steal, but you know, there's just spiteful people out there in the world. But I did get inspired when I was talking to my friend to actually redraw this, because it was the first time I had drawn my OCs with pro markers, and that was like early or late-ish, mid 2018. So it's been like 2 years. Yeah, it's been about 2 years, maybe just over. Maybe it's been 3 years. I'm not sure. It depends on how old I was at the time. But yeah, so that's why I thought, you know what, it looks really stiff, and I was like, I was really proud of it at the time because I used my pro markers and it turned out alright. But now that I have the proper gear. What is the word I'm looking for? Oh, my dog. Sorry, guys. I can't remember the proper word that I'm looking for, but I had like the right pens and the right fine liners and stuff. So obviously I have been drawing them a lot more in my sketchbook, but I was like, let me redraw this one picture because obviously it shows growth. It's been about 2 years now since I did that, and it shows a lot of growth to show the difference. And unfortunately I didn't write down the actual date and when I actually did it, so I don't know what day of the month of that year I did it, but I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do that. My mum has always told me you need to mark down the date of your work because it's very important. I'm not gonna give you all the details about what my story is about, as obviously it's still in progress and my dog. And obviously it's still in progress. And I don't really want to give much away about the story, but I will tell you about like my other characters, and I'll have to do another video on my newer characters who aren't even that new anymore because they've been around for probably about a year now, and I just decided to not show you guys because I'm very secretive about my story. So we have Alex, who is the one that we kind of see through his eyes through the entire story, if that makes sense. But it's narrated by him and another character who isn't the main character, but she is still an important piece of the story. We have Alicia, who is Alex's best friend, and they've known each other since they were literally toddlers, about 3 years old. And because Alex has been through a really rough time, and the word that my friend gave me to describe him, because I basically described him to my friend and she's like, he's pessimistic. So he goes to her to just rant and complain and just let his feelings, you know, flow out so it doesn't bottle up inside. Doesn't do much for him since he's always been a bit sad. I'm trying to limit the words here because I don't want to give away too much. But Alicia's always been a listening ear, and you know, she's like his sister that he never had. And then we have Kendrick at the back, who they met in middle school, I think. Oh, I think it was high school. I can't remember now. Middle school. They met in middle school, let's just put it that way. And it's weird because Kendrick is how would I say it? He's popular with the girls, basically. You know, he looks older than he is. They are all 17 in the story, by the way. But he in my story, he's old. He looks older than he is. He attracts a lot of women. But the thing is, he isn't really a player. Like, he will flirt here and there, but he's not much of a player, and he's actually quite a good student. Smart boy, very athletic, and you know, they all have something about them which makes them unique, obviously. And one important detail about it is, you know, they all have a particular power based off their characteristics, and even if it was inherited through a generation of people, your power still represents your personality in one way or another. But I won't tell you about their powers yet. I'll probably leave that for another video, because I developed that part when I created one of my other characters, Bora. I'm pretty sure I may have introduced Bora before in my my sketchbook tour. The second sketchbook tour I did, or my first sketchbook tour, I'm not even sure which one I did now. But I introduced 2 more characters, or maybe even 3. There was Bora Min, there's John Sam June. Them 2 are cousins. Bora Min and John Sam June are cousins. And we have Lucra. Those are the other 3 that I may have introduced in my other sketchbook for my sketchbook tour, because I do know that I did. If you go back to that video, you'll have to find it yourself. Yes, and then after that, I actually created 2 more characters, who are actually twins. So we have basically, in the friendship group that we have now, we have 4 people who are related, but not, how do I say it? Okay. 2 of the people, Bora and Johnson, are cousins, but they live together. I'll explain in another video why they live together. And then the twins, I call them the Jinsun twins because Jinsun in Korean means beast, if I am correct. Hold on. Yes, it means beast. And apart from Alex, Alicia, and Kendrick, the rest of the characters actually have Korean names, because I didn't want just any ordinary name, but I wanted to be smart about it, and I wanted to give them a name that had kind of like a significant meaning to their personality and the power that I gave them. So either their name is in Korean or Japanese, but it's the way you pronounce it, but the meaning behind it is what their power is, or could be a metaphor for what their power is, or something like that. But with the first 3 characters, I kind of just created them from the top of my head. They're not that creative compared to the other 5 characters that I have. But yes, I won't explain the powers. I also have a few side characters, but I still need to work on the side characters a bit. The one main side character that I focused on a lot is Johnson's girlfriend, which is actually based off my friend, the same one who I was talking about before. I actually gave her the name Tiger when I first met my friend. So the name that the character has is Tiger, but my friend's name isn't actually Tiger, but that's the first nickname I gave her when we became friends. So she is like one of the main side characters that I focused on a lot, but I need to start creating more side characters, and I do have a few in mind in my head. They just haven't been put onto paper yet, really. So yes guys, I'm actually, I'm working on it, but very slowly. My idea to create this story is kind of mad, because I want to make it a comic / novel kind of fiction book. It's kind of it's a weird one, because if I was to actually create this book and publish it, the book would be a mixture of different things. Some of it would be novel, some of it would be like just pure writing, and then a lot of the other parts would be a comic based part, and then you literally just have like a whole 2 pages just worth of a whole drawing to explain maybe what happened, where there was just the whole maybe 5 pages of writing. I'm not sure yet. It's all over the place. I want to be different, but I feel like a lot of people want to be different have come up with the exact same idea as I have. So it might not be that original, but it shows that we're all trying to do something different, I guess, and that sometimes means that great minds think alike, if you know what I mean. But honestly, guys, I'm just rambling because, I don't really have a script for this. And I actually did this drawing technically this morning. I stopped filming around 5 o'clock this morning and was trying to edit, but then it was getting too late, so I just went to sleep. So please give a like to this video for my dedication to my channel, because really and truly, whenever I do draw, I do it at night, because obviously I'm a wolf, and we wolves, we like to stay up at night sometimes, and we like to howl at the moon sometimes. I am definitely, nocturnal sometimes. I don't go to sleep sometimes till 6 o'clock, which is a bit bad, but most of the time it's because I'm drawing or I'm watching a movie. I just like to elongate the day, because I feel like sometimes the days and the hours are too short, or I've just woken up really late in the day. And to be honest, it's probably the second it's probably the second one that I've woken up later in the day. But yes, guys, I will do another video on my OCs, explaining, you know, them and their characteristics, but I don't want to explain too much just because there's still a lot that I need to work on, and it's not something I'm always focusing on because obviously I have college work, and then I also got to, you know, sort out what I'm going to do after I finish college, so that's a whole thing. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. How are you guys doing? Like, how are you finding this quarantine? What are you lot getting up to? Because, you know, trying to stay productive can be hard for some people. It's been working well for me for the most part. I've slacked a little, but not too much. But I hope everyone's doing well. You know, stay safe. and I don't know. I feel like I have to say that, really, like, stay safe. But really, you know, if you guys want to go out for walks, like, I'm not gonna stop you. Just, you know, don't be too, what's the word, sensitive when someone may walk past you, because it kind of comes off as a bit rude, if I'm being quite honest with you. When you're walking out on the street, you're going for a walk, and then someone remains like a 10-meter distance, and it's just ridiculous how people are acting right now, honestly. But yes, my peoples, I will talk to you near to the end, because honestly I have nothing else to say and I am just rambling now. So I'll see you in a bit. Well, not really, but I'll talk to you near to the end. Okay guys, that is it. I'm really liking this improvement after 2 years. It just goes to show if you're really dedicated, you can improve within 2 years or even a year, to be honest. And I just love how the expressions look. They look a lot more emotional, and they look more like they have feeling instead of just stiff people. Like, comment and subscribe. And this is Wolf with a Pencil, and she's howling at the moon, and she is out. Peace, bye.